What's up, everybody? Cody here with the Conspiracy Patriot podcast. So I just kind of wanted to talk about all the strange things surrounding Biden's inauguration and just the weird things that are going on around this country. So, number one, this doesn't really have to do with his inauguration, but FBI admits the truth about Capitol Hill. A new report claims that the Federal Bureau of Investigation knew one day prior that extremists were planning to infiltrate the January 6th protest in Washington, D.C. that ended in rioting in the U.S. Capitol. According to the Washington Post, a report from the FBI office in Norfolk, Virginia, contradicts claims that there had been no warnings of the violence that seemed to take Capitol Police by surprise. The FBI warning was reportedly contained in an internal document that was issued out the day before the Capitol insurrection. As of January 5th, 2021, FBI Norfolk received information indicating calls for violence in response to unlawful lockdowns to begin on January 6th, 2021 in Washington, D.C., the document allegedly said. I'm not going to continue reading it. Go look it up. The Washington Post had released this. I know this isn't on the Washington Post, but and everybody knew that they knew this thing was going to go down, and I think it was specifically planned, number one, to try to impeach Trump again for whatever reason, and waste taxpayers' dollars like they always do, which they're somehow surprisingly amazing at doing. And I think it was I do believe that it was for them to use the inauguration, the insurrection, and or as Chuck Schumer wants to call it, the erection. But but I think it was to put the fencing up, bring the National Guard there, the 25,000 National Guard members, the 40,000 police members, and then Army members also. Well, I don't think it was 40,000. I think it was maybe 20,000, something like that. But I think it was simply because I think they knew that nobody was going to show up to the inauguration, which would then expose the fact that Joe Biden did not win, and they stole the election. And I don't think they wanted people knowing that nobody was going to show up to his events. And I'll expand on this a little later. The weird things. Joe Biden flies on charter jet, not government plane, for inauguration trip to Washington, D.C. This has never happened before. Every president has always taken Air Force One to the inauguration, but Joe Biden, for whatever reason, takes a private plane. That just doesn't really make sense. And then, here we go. We got satanic Joe Biden swearing on a Bible that the crosses are upside down. And who uses upside down crosses? Satanic worshipers use that. And also, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Like, that it doesn't... That is illegal. The Bible has to be in the right position and everything, or else it doesn't. It's illegal. Well, I don't think it's illegal, like where he's going to go to jail, but it doesn't make him president. I'm like that. You can't do that. And then let's talk about how old Joe Biden treats the National Guard's people that came to protect Joe Biden, which he had to vet to make sure that they were loyal to him. Which, if you have to vet to make sure that your army's loyal to you, you're probably a bad guy. Sorry, I'm trying not to cuss so much. And they sent the day of the inauguration. They sent. Because they were sleeping in the Capitol on the floor of the cafeteria, but he then sent them to, they're saying the Capitol Police, but they have superiors, aka Commander-in-Chief Joe Biden. They sent them to a cold parking garage, sleep on the floor with one power outlet, and with one bathroom for 5,000 troops. That's what Joe Biden thinks of our troops, and that's what he does to people that were protecting him. And this is also what Joe Biden had said in the past about Army.
And two, I appointed Johnson to the academy. I just want you to know that. Clap for that, you stupid bastards.
Clap for that, you stupid bastards. It's unbelievable. And Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden. She wants to be called Dr. Jill Biden. She ain't even doctor. She ain't even a doctor. I think she has a doctorate in like psychology, or not even that. I don't even know what it's in, but she ain't a doctor. And then, oh my gosh, on The View, you got Oprah, or not Oprah. Oh, what's that woman's name? Oh my gosh, I've got to look it up quick. I can't. I'm blanking out. I can't even believe this. Whoopi Goldberg. That's who it is. Old Whoopi was on The View saying that she thinks Joe Biden should be the head doctor. What is that? I'm stumping right now. But she wants to be like the Surgeon General or the doctor, whatever. But she's like, oh, she's an amazing doctor. She's great. She should be the head doctor of the United States. She isn't even a doctor. So this is what a real leader does for the troops. Trump found out about them sleeping in a garage, and he told them that they can all stay at the Trump Hotel in D.C. So he, not even as president anymore, helps out the troops and helps out the heroes that help protect this country. And then, also, this is Madison Cawthorn. He is, if it plays. Well, either way, Madison Cawthorn, he was just elected to Congress, and he's a Republican who is a veteran. I do believe he went paralyzed or something from the military. But he went down there after finding out that they sent the troops to a parking garage, and he took them all pizza because he felt bad for him. And that is one guy that just was elected. Nobody else cares. Nobody else seems to give a shit that Joe Biden's treating our National Guardsmen like this. And then we have a video of Joe Biden, because clearly he has dementia. He's mentally challenged pretty hard at this age, and they caught him on a mic because he has an earpiece in. Caught him on a mic. They told him in his earpiece, salute the Marines that he's walking past, and listen to what he says. Salute the Marines. Salute the Marines. Instead of actually saluting the Marines, he just says, salute the Marines, because that's what they told him to do in his earpiece. It's unbelievable. We need a president that is told what to do and to salute the Marines. Oh my gosh. So he started off signing 17 executive orders on his first day. And I've been told that the House was sent home this week because they don't need the House, because he's just going to do all executive orders. That's not good. That is what a dictator does. He just bypasses legislation and things like that just to get bills implemented and get executive orders and stuff passed, so he doesn't have to deal with Republicans shutting it down or Democrats shutting it down. I think Obama did like 4 or 8 the first day. Clinton did like 4, and then Trump did like 6, and then Joe Biden did 17. And let's see what some of those are. Wednesday, Biden will end Trump's restriction on immigration to the U.S. from some Muslim-majority countries, move to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord, which is their climate change that they've been pushing for so long now, saying that we're going to die in 10 years. Al Gore wrote a book, 10 years ago saying we were going to die in 5 years if we didn't do something about climate change. The climate is always changing, okay? And to get us in the Paris Climate Accord, it makes like carbon people or businesses have to pay for carbon tax and other taxes, and it's just another way for them to get rich off of our tax money. Here's another way for them to get rich on our tax money. Mandate mask wearing on federal property and during interstate travel. Those are among roughly a dozen actions Biden will take on his first day in the office. These executive actions will deliver relief to the millions of Americans that are struggling in the face of these crises. Clan said in the memo, President-elect will take action not just to reverse the gravest damage of the Trump image, but to also start moving our country forward. Full achievement of Biden's goals will require Congress to act, Clan said, including the $1.9 trillion virus relief bill he outlined on Thursday. Propose a comprehensive immigration reform bill to lawmakers on the first day. $1.9 trillion. While we just passed another $1 trillion plan, coronavirus plan, that you saw what they did. They gave the American people that are struggling the most $600. That's what they think about us. They gave us $600 while they were sending billions and billions and billions of dollars to other countries to help that, like Pakistan with transgender rights and things like that. You think Pakistan cares about transgender rights? No, they do not. They funnel money through these tax bills, and Joe Biden's going to do it again. $1.9 trillion. You know how much money that is? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That, we should be getting like $10,000 each, but no. And then, what's even funny is because Joe Biden even spoke, because of the Senate runoffs for that John Ossoff and the Warnock guy in Georgia. He kept saying, like, vote for these guys. If you want to get a $2,000 check, make sure you vote for these guys. And then John Ossoff and Warnock both were interviewed saying, if you vote for us, we will get you the $2,000 check the next week. Here it's been 2 weeks. Have you heard anything? No. And the Biden administrator even said that they were lying about that. So now $1.9 trillion virus relief bill. Do you think any of that's going to go to the American people or the small businesses that they've shut down for almost a year now? No, it's not. Let's see, what else did he... Another executive order on transgender rights. Let's see. Hours after taking the oath of office, President Joe Biden signed an executive order on Wednesday giving sweeping rights to men and women who want to live as the opposite biological sex, including allowing these transgender individuals to compete in sports. So, if you're a true feminist and you care about women succeeding in this country, you should be pissed off at this executive order. You should be pissed because guess what? A man's going to come in, a man that wants to be a woman is going to come in and dominate women's sports. There will be no women holding any records in any sports ever again in America if this is passed. Women will not, I guarantee women, it won't even be women's sports anymore. It'll just be transgender women's sports. Because, I mean, like this wrestler here, identify as a woman and just destroyed these girls in tournaments. Destroyed them. First year. And then there's also a transgender woman that does powerlifting and all that. She broke all of the records for women immediately. And this is what's happening. This is Joe Biden's America. You women who care so much about women's rights and things, you should be pissed off about this. You should be pissed. So let's see what, you know how Joe Biden did the whole mask mandate? Well, this is Joe Biden and his lovely family of pedophiles, pretty much. Hours after signing the executive order for mask mandate on federal property, here's him and his family not social distancing, not wearing masks. Rules for thee, but not for me. That is that should literally be Biden's slogan. And what does the House press secretary have to say about this?
Why weren't President Biden and all members of the Biden family masked at all times on federal lands last night if he signed an executive order that mandates masks on federal lands at all times?
At the inaugural
At the Lincoln Memorial, yes.
I think, Steve, he was celebrating an evening of a historic day in our country, and certainly he signed the mask mandate because it's a way to send a message to the American public about the importance of wearing masks. How,
you know, it also sends a message to the American people. If you actually do what you sign in executive orders. Yeah.
Can save tens of thousands of lives. We take a number of COVID precautions.
Maybe that would actually show people that you're serious about it and you actually believe what you're signing. But doing this and doing these hypocritical things just shows the American people that you don't even believe the things that you're signing into office.
As you know here, in terms of testing, social distancing, mask wearing ourselves as we do every single day. But I don't know that I have more for you on it than that.
But as Joe Biden often talks about, it is not just important the example of power, but the power of our example. Was that a good example for people who are watching who might not pay attention normally?
Well, Steve, I think the power of his example is also the message he sends by signing 25 executive orders, including almost half of them related to COVID. The requirements that we're all under every single day here to ensure we're sending that message to the public.
Also, isn't she on federal property at the White House? Why is she not wearing a mask?
Yesterday was a historic moment in our history. He was inaugurated as President of the United States. He was surrounded by his family. We take a number of precautions, but I think we have bigger issues to worry about at this moment in time.
Oh, we have bigger issues to worry about. That's her answer. We have bigger issues to worry about. But you know damn well, if Trump would have done this, signed an executive order to wear a mask, and then takes his whole family to federal property and isn't wearing masks, he would get killed in the media. And I guarantee this woman would be calling him a dictator and a racist and everything. But now we got bigger things to worry about. Steve, even though that's not his name. She doesn't even know his name. Let's see how the White House YouTube is scrubbing thousands of dislikes from Joe Biden's videos on official White House channel. Because again, they got to take precautions and steps to make sure the American people don't know that the election was stolen and people don't like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Nobody does. I mean, Kamala Harris couldn't even raise enough money and have enough support to continue running as president. which why she had to drop out. And now she somehow got 80 million votes with Joe Biden? Nah. Nope. So let's see what exactly. Okay, this video had 12,000 dislikes, 1.8 thousand likes. And then they changed it. They changed it to 2.5 thousand dislikes to 2,000 likes to make it seem a little better. Still not good. I mean, the ratio is just crazy. Look at this one. 10,000 dislikes to 1.8 thousand likes. And then changed it to 3.1 thousand dislikes to 2.5 thousand likes. Here's another one. 9.5 thousand dislikes and 1.4 thousand likes to 3.8 thousand dislikes to 2.2 thousand likes. They have to manipulate. Look at this. They almost had 20,000 dislikes on this one, and they changed it to 13,000. They have to scrub and fix dislikes to show the American people, oh yeah, see, the American people like Joe Biden, even though the ratios are still horrible. Horrible. Look at that. I mean, how many videos did they have to do? Look at that. This is Joe Biden's America. They don't show the truth. They gotta hide everything. Let's see, how many videos? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good old 6 videos. They had to change the likes to dislike ratio because, then people would know. Let's see. So, Biden says he's a Catholic. Not so sure about that.
Catholic? Like, how does that work? I'm just wondering.
So allow me to conclude, my dear friend, President-elect Biden, with the same blessing I gave you 6 years ago when you first publicly declared me your rabbi.
What?
I'm proud of that.
Declared
Rabbi.
him your
At that Jewish New
rabbi.
Year celebration, I offered.
So I thought Joe Biden was Catholic. Oh, but now he's Jewish? Which one is it? What else why do they need to lie so much about everything?
You a blessing. You enthusiastically said yes.
What?
You lowered your head reverently.
I thought you were a Catholic, Joey.
Yeah, Joey.
I laid my hands
Joey
on your
boy.
forehead.
Joey, you switched tribes?
You switching tribes on us, Joey?
Oh. Look at this. Oh, what the f*** is going on here?
Bless you and keep you.
Oh.
God bless you and keep you. Let's see. Let's watch this hot mic that was caught about someone admits to plea bargain during Joe Biden's. This is on the White House YouTube channel, and they messed up. And how did they miss this?
But now to today's announcement. Vice President Harris and I were joined by members of our COVID-19 team, response team, Dr. Tony Fauci, our Chief COVID Medical Advisor, Javier Becerra, excuse me, our nominee for Secretary of Health.
So just so you know my life, as
Dr.
we're waiting to do this, I just agreed to
Dr. Rochelle
police sentence
Walensky,
for,
she's
a
going to
guy.
be the director.
Just
of the
agreed to
Centers
a
for Disease
police
Control.
sentence.
Our nominee for Secretary of Health.
So just so you know my life, as
Dr.
we're waiting to do this, I just agreed to
Dr. Rochelle
police sentence
Walensky,
for,
Just
she's
agreed
going
to a
be the
police
director,
sentence.
for the Centers for Disease
During a
Control.
video Joe Biden's White House released on his channel. Oh, that's I wanted to show also one memento, people. One memento. I know I should have done this before. Washington Examiner. Corona. I don't know. I might not be able to. Let's see. What's this about?
To return to normalcy until we find a vaccine or effective medications. Is all that economic pain worth trying to stop COVID-19? The truth is, we have no choice.
The truth is we have no choice, meaning the truth is you have no choice. We're doing this, whether you like it or not. No one asked the public what they think. Nobody cares. Last month, Joe Biden said that he will lock down the country if the experts tell him to. What experts is he referring to? Well, hardened partisan operators like Zeke Emanuel. This isn't science, it's dystopia. How long can it continue? Alex Berenson has been charting the course of this in a way that's very unpopular.
Oh, yeah, and then also Joe Biden then went and appointed Rachel Levine, who is a transgender, to health secretary, who killed over 10,000 people in PA for sending elderly people back to the homes that they live in with COVID, which then infected a bunch of other people. But before she signed that, she went and pulled her mother out of a home. But so Joe Biden, you know how they've been obviously criticizing Trump for all these deaths and not doing anything for Corona, and he's responsible for the 300,000 people that have died. The Washington Examiner. 10/15/20, Joe Biden tweets, "We're 8 months into this pandemic, and Donald Trump still doesn't have a plan to get this virus under control. I do." And then Joe Biden was talking about the coronavirus. This is Washington Examiner. You can go look it up. I just don't want to. Joe Biden, "There's nothing we can do to change the trajectory of the pandemic in the next several months." Joe Biden says that after criticizing Trump for not having a plan. This is Joe Biden. Also, yeah. So he's criticizing Trump for not having a plan, and then he comes in after being president and says that there's nothing we can do to change the trajectory. Can't do anything about it. But Trump's the devil. And then I also saw a video. I wish I would have pulled it up. There was a video of Joe Biden signing executive orders, and he goes, caught on a mic while signing executive orders, says, "What am I signing?" And Joe Biden says, "Just sign it anyways." That is our president. Doesn't even know what he is signing for executive orders. He just signs them because he's a puppet. He is a puppet. And it's going to destroy America. He calls for unity while also calling Republicans Nazis and terrorists, and they all want unity, but, we're terrorists. The 75 million people that voted for Trump are terrorists, supposedly. And we're supposedly worse than Al-Qaeda and worse than the 9/11 terrorists, which 9/11 did not happen by terrorists. It was another way for them to get us into war and be okay with war. And also, number one, the whole executive order to bring Muslims back into the country. You know who started that? Obama started that. Well, that's what I wanted to show you for today. Peeps. Motherfuckers. I think I held my language pretty good on this one, boys. But, alright, peace out.